Good morning. You know, this is just one of them mornings where you wake up and you just feel like, you know, something needs to come out, needs to be fucking carrying the message. I want to try not to swear as much on this video. Really bad trait of mine. But what a beautiful day it is. Wow. Beautiful. You know, summer's coming, the weather's getting nicer, the days are getting longer. The whole world's coming to life again, you know, after winter, and I feel like I'm just waking up with this world that we live in. And for me to be at one with that feeling, and I say be at one, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, I feel like I'm growing with the world, you know what I mean? I'm changing on a daily basis. And that's beautiful stuff, that. Beautiful stuff. You know, stuff I've never felt before in my life. You start walking the dogs. And thought I'd carry a little message. Yeah. See, I remember quite well when I used to take drugs. And what I used to do is I used to go out and I used to take drugs, and then it used to come to like Monday morning or even the last side of my using. It just got worse and worse. I convinced myself that it'd be different this time when I went out, and it'd be different this time when I picked up, different this time when I fucking put one in. You know what I mean? I convinced myself that it was going to be different and that it was going to do what I thought it were going to do, and it never did. Never did. You know, I always always lit the candle where I put it out, and you know, that candle just got shorter and shorter and shorter, and landed me in a fucking really bad place. And then I was using against my own will and blah blah blah, you know, the usual stuff. But I'm going to go back to my social addiction, because I think it's a really fucking vast problem. You know, a lot of people that I know are functioning addicts, you know what I mean? Functioning addicts, and I think it's quite a substantial audience, do you know what I mean? And dealing with them feelings, you see, this is what I do, mate. I'd use and I'd use vast amounts because they didn't fucking work, you know what I mean? My using would get more, I'd drink more, I'd take more drugs, and I'd do it for longer. And come on, I'd justify that, you know what I mean? Just the justification process just get longer and longer. That I deserved it, you know. And what I'd do, the first thing I'd do is when I woke up the day after, or I'd finally fucking be burnt out to the point where I couldn't fucking do it anymore, you know what I mean? And physically, mentally and emotionally just fucking pagging myself to bits. I'd wake up and the first thing I'd do is like, right, I'm gonna sort my shit out. And I do this all the fucking time, you know what I mean? Insanity is repeating the same fucking process over and over again and expecting different results, you know what I mean? And then there's a new level of insanity for me, you know, repeating the same shit over and over again, knowing that the results are not gonna fucking be any different, and continuing to fucking do it anyway. Yeah, stop swearing. So here we go, this is what I do. I go out, I get absolutely burnt out, I burnt myself to the ground, physically, mentally and emotionally, with drugs over a weekend, or even like during the week sometimes. And then what I'd do is I'd go get my hair cut, and I'd wash my car, I'd go buy some new clothes, I'd go on sunbeds, I'd go to the gym, and then when that didn't make me feel much better, obviously it'd make me feel a little bit better, but I'd always crave more. I'd always need something else, you know what I mean? I'd always need something else. This was before I even think about getting back on the drugs again, because don't forget, I'm still running from the fucking pain that the last fucking shit load of drugs and alcohol fucking caused me, you know what I mean? So I'm still running from that. I'm still on my way, you know what I mean? I'm talking Monday to fucking Thursday stuff here. So I'm still running from that pain. I'm still running from that recognition of the fact that, shit, that was a bad weekend, that really fucking, you know, I don't want to do that again. So I got some beds, I got gym, and I got it, and I do this, and I get some food down me and that, and I start eating well, and all that fucking bullshit. And then what I'd do is I'd ring a couple of my friends and go, yeah, I've been to gym. I've been to gym today. Fucking big session at gym today. And I sort of like root for that gratification or that fucking justification off my friends to make them think that I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? And once I get that fucking justification from my friends or that close circle of people that I was with at the time, I'd sort of like feel better within myself. Do you know what I mean? And this is just a cover-up, this, for denial. Do you know what I mean? Denial for the fact that you know or that you fucking mugged yourself right off over the weekend, and now you're looking for fucking shit to cover it up. You know what I mean? Because we fucking hate looking at ourselves, and we can't bear the fucking thought that we was the ones that did it in the first place. See, this be a process, this, from like Monday to fucking Thursday. And I'd fucking mop up the shit that I've caused over the weekend. You know, the embarrassment that I caused myself, the fucking self fucking thinking sort of shit. You know, that self-seeking fucking attitude of looking at other people for fucking, to make me feel better. And, you know, little things like just mopping up the outside shit all the fucking time, or mopping up the outside shit, you know what I mean? So at least other people thought that I was doing all right. See, the only thing that this ever really did for me was kept me in that denial that I'm a fucking reliant on drugs. Do you know what I mean? Harsh reality is I'm reliant on drugs, because I could do this on a week, you know what I mean? I'd fucking destroy everything inside me. I'm on about feelings here. Feelings, fucking emotional feelings, mental feelings, my physical body. You know what I mean? Causing fucking great harm to myself. And then I'd try and fucking mop up the spillage of the outside, like catching up at fucking work. You know what I mean? Cleaning my car, putting some new clothes on to make myself feel better. You know what I mean? How the fuck is that meant to work? You know what I mean? This is an analogy this is the little analogy that sort of like come to me through somebody else. And it's like, you know, when you're hungry, it's like strapping food to the outside of you and expecting it to work. You know what I mean? Expecting it to fucking fill it. You know what I mean? This is a fucking inside job, like, you know what I mean? And the drugs and all that stuff that you fucking take is because something's not right on the inside. And then when you realise that doesn't work, you start fucking going to the outside then and trying to fucking fix everything on the outside to make you feel better. And all it is, it's just part of a justification process that'll always lead you back to drugs, because you're not sorting the inside out. You know, I could go a fucking month, me. I could literally go a month. You know what I mean? No dramas. If you turned around to me and said, don't use today, don't take drugs today, no worries. Don't use drugs this weekend, no worries. Don't use drugs this weekend, next weekend. Why? What we doing? You know what I mean? I'd want something. I'd want something then. Don't take drugs for a month and I'll give you 100 quid. Yeah, no worries, you know what I mean? After fucking wager a bit of a bet going on. Don't take drugs forever. Or don't take drugs for the next 6 months. Nah, fuck that, mate, you're right. Or don't have a drink. You know, so this was some of the shit that was going on for me. You know, I'd fucking spend all weekend mopping up that shit. Come on! Dogs, man. I spend all my week mopping up that shit, trying to fill that internal void, trying to make me feel better. And as long as other people thought that I was doing all right, I sort of thought that I was doing all right. You know what I mean? Their justification would then, or the way they looked at me would enable me to continue in this fucking cycle of just fucking existing. You know what I mean? No matter what I did or how far I fucking went, I'd always end up back in the same place with the same people doing the same shit, drinking the same drinks, taking the same fucking drugs. And that were it, that then. Do you know what I mean? I did that for years, me. Years and fucking years. You know, wasting my fucking time. Wasting my time. You know, my life's not like that today. My life's not like that today, and I want to carry the message. I want to tell everybody, do you know what I mean? I want to tell everybody that you don't have to do that anymore, because it's so fucking normal in today's world. It's unreal. It's fucking unreal. It really gets to me, this. Really gets to me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Really fucking gets to me. You know what I like, really don't get. I really don't get it, me. How it's so acceptable to fucking be in a pub or in a fucking pissy fucking stinking toilet, sniffing fucking drugs off a fucking back of a toilet seat, or fucking, you know, doing drugs in fucking in a public area with a group of friends. That's so socially acceptable. But it's so frowned upon when you fucking turn around and say you're a fucking drug addict. What's the difference between a drug addict and someone that's got a problem with drugs? You know what I mean? What is the difference? Where is the difference? Where does the line stop and where does the line start? Do you know what I mean? Where is the fucking line? And I think it's just frowned upon, do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of embarrassment around it. A lot of embarrassment around it, being a fucking man or a woman that's got responsibilities of a fucking mum or a dad or a sister or a brother or a group of friends, and there's like this persona of fucking like strength. Like you have to have this persona that you're doing all right. You know what I mean? You have to perceive to other people that you're doing all right all the time. You know, it's like a fucking game, innit? Like a fucking game. You know, as if I could make out to my friends that I was doing all right and I look like I'm fucking doing all right. Sort of fucking convinced myself that I was doing all right. And I never was. Basically, I was just existing. I was existing in a fucking cycle that was fucking well beyond my control. I didn't even know that until I tried to stop. And when I tried to stop, that's when the problem started. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't masking them feelings and emotions anymore. You know what I mean? I had to fucking sit with them. And that shit's painful. And we avoid that shit at all costs, i.e. why we take drugs in the first place. Take drugs and alcohol. You know, alcohol is a drug. Alcohol is a fucking drug, you know what I mean? If you put something inside your body that makes you fucking mind or fucking mood altering substance, it's a drug. Doesn't matter whether it comes from a fucking doctor or a chemist. Doesn't matter where it comes from, you fucking shifty little fucking guy on corner in a bag that big, or it comes with a fucking receipt telling you that you fucking paid for it. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. It's a substance. It's a chemical that you put in your body that makes your fucking mood or your mind alter the way it thinks or feels. And we do this because we're incapable of taking responsibility for how we feel, or even looking at the problems what's really causing that. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed today to be out of that cycle. And I'm not saying that every day is fucking easy, because it's not. You know what I mean? I'm feeling emotions and thinking things that are going on in my life that are well out of my control. Do you know what I mean? Well out of my control, and I need help with that. And I'm all right with that, me. I'm all right with that. Do you know what? I don't want to live my life on my own, thinking that I can do it on my own. Shit, that. Honestly, it's shit. Try it. You know what I mean? Try it. Yeah, I just wanted to carry a message today that there's a different way. There's a different way. You don't have to fucking use ever again. And I used to go through this process all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Week after week, thinking that I was getting somewhere, thinking that I had some sort of control over it. You know, I've just had a weekend away, and you know, I've done some things that I could have never done sober before. Never. I never even fucking thought that I had the ability to do them things sober. And I did it. You know what I mean? And I felt really uncomfortable doing it. But I won't do the next time. And that's just a fucking whole new fucking way of thinking, whole new way of feeling, which gives me so much hope and strength to go moving forward. in my life, you know what I mean? I feel like I've been asleep, me, all my fucking adult life. Just been asleep. Just been asleep. Everything's just been masked by fucking drugs and alcohol. You know, people that just don't give a fuck about you. All your feelings, all your emotions, all your relationships. You know what I mean? All they want is to fucking take. All they want to do is take. And this seems to be going on for a lot of people. And it's hard to fucking notice, do you know what I mean? It's hard to notice, it's hard to realise, especially when you're in the grips. I wanted to carry a message today. That's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? It's probably a bit long-winded, this, but it needs to come out. You know, I'll tell you why. Why I used to do what I was doing. Because I used to spend all weekend getting off my face from Friday to fucking Monday. You know what I mean? Convinced myself that I was doing all right. Convinced myself that it was the best thing to do. You know what I mean? There's nothing better to do. I'm bored. All my mates are out. Feel like you're missing out. So you go out and do it. And then Monday comes round and you think, fuck's sake, I've done all this shit again. So you try and fucking fix everything that's going on outside. And you literally, you know what I mean? You stick a couple of days sleep in me. A couple of days sleep. Some new clothes, an haircut, some beds, and a bit of gym. I'm gonna look alright again. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna look alright again. But I didn't fucking use because I didn't look alright. I used because I didn't feel alright. You know what I mean? I never really looked on the inside stuff. I can fucking do all that. I can do all that external work, me. Until I start doing that internal work, nothing will ever fucking change. Nothing will ever change. You know, and I turn up for recovery. I turn up for recovery, and I fucking choose to be a recovering addict. I make a choice every day to put my ass in recovery. You know what I mean? But I choose to do that. That shitty little fucking deluded party that you think's going on out there, always be there. Always be there. Go back to it. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. You know what I mean? I do this now because I know that I'm fucking worth it today, and I deserve this to myself. I've got a massive debt to pay me, and it comes daily. That bill lands on my table every single fucking morning, and I deserve this. I deserve to tip up and show up for me every single day. Every day. No matter whatever anyone else thinks, what anyone else is doing, I owe this to myself. I owe myself my own life. Why the fuck would I go out and fucking waste another day? Any day. Why would I do that? By trying to get as far away from myself as I possibly can. By using drugs and alcohol. You know, I feel like I'm fucking ranting today. I feel like I'm ranting, but it needs to come out. It needs to come out. You know, I live differently today, me. And I don't just live differently. You know, some people turn around and go, oh, you're looking really well. You're looking really well. You have no idea how I feel. You have no idea how I feel. Because that's the shit that's fucking enables me to live. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how you fucking look, does it? Doesn't matter how you look. It's how you feel. And I feel like I'm living today. Doesn't feel like survival for me. And I'd give myself the best possible chance. Taking today with both hands. You know what I mean? I don't need to mop up shit. Don't need to fucking hide. Don't need to walk around looking at the floor. I could look another human being in the eye me today, fucking without guilt or remorse or fucking, you know, that low self-esteem. Or act like I feel like I need to be acting like somebody else in order to fit in. Yeah, So if anyone's fucking having a bit of an hard time with drugs like and alcohol, and they just feel a bit left out, they feel a bit alone, feel a bit lost, not really sure what to do, where to go, where to turn, you know what I mean? The only thing that's stopping you between now is pride. Pride, that's all it is. Pride. It's nothing to be scared of, do you know what I mean? It's nothing to be scared of. Not going to be any judging going on here. I was fucked me when I first went. I was fucked me. Proper fucked. I was fucked. You know what I mean? I used to take drugs all the fucking time. Drink all the time. All the fucking time. I was a fucking mess, me. Absolute fucking mess. I felt like shit every day. I was full of fucking embarrassment and guilt. I mean, I had no self-respect, no self-esteem. And I just felt like shit all the time. You know, and on top of that, I had to fucking act every single day like I was someone else. You know how fucking exhausting that is? I don't have to do that today. And the only reason why I don't have to do that today is because I've been open and honest with somebody else who went before me. And they showed me how to do it. They showed me how to do it. You know what I mean? Somebody else showed me how to do this. And that's why I make these videos, to show somebody else how to do it. You know what I mean? My hand's out. My hand's out to anybody who's willing. Anybody who's willing to make a change. This stuff was freely given to me. And we show our gratitude by freely giving it away. I'm wishing you all have a fucking beautiful and blessed day. You know, get yourself outside. Get yourself outside. With nothing more than walking my dogs, me. Nothing more. Blessed. Blessed to be present. Blessed to be free. Blessed to find a new way to live.